You ready? You recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who are you?
My name is Alex Lawson. I am the head chef of Lawson's restaurant, and I would say I'm a revolutionary.
Okay, so just talk about
Yeah, talk about Alex.
just talk about Alex. When I met Alex, he didn't cook anything. In fact, he only cooked ramen. We were really worried about him. And then he started to cook, and we're like, that's good. He's got a hobby. Since then, it's really gone to his head, I think. It's gotten a little out of control. He keeps saying that the only rule to cooking is there are no rules, but that's ridiculous because there's a few rules. He told me not enough people are eating undercooked pork, even though that's the best way to do pork. And that's not true. But anyway, I just came by to see if he was still alive, and now this is happening.
So when I opened up Lawson's restaurant, we set out to redefine the human relationship to food, redefine the way that a human interacts with their food, the way that the food interacts with the chef. So we've had a lot of revolutionary dishes coming out. One of the ideas that was really important to us going in was getting out of sort of archaic, medieval, draconian ways of eating. This is an idea we had that normally in a meal, you will eat sequentially through time, right? You have your appetizer, and then you have your main course, and then you have your dessert. And so we thought, what if you could eat sequentially through space? Rather than eating forward in time, can you eat downwards in space? Right, so here we have, on the bottom, your dessert, an ice cream sandwich. On top, a delicious chicken parmesan. You know, that's your entree. And on top of that, your appetizer, a beautiful salad of mixed greens. So this way, you can eat downwards through space and through time at the same time. I've always wanted to play with this idea of size and scale in my cooking, having foods that are, very literally small, but intellectually massive. I would call it the atomic building blocks of steak and potatoes. The minimal amount of steak and potatoes you can have to be true steak and potatoes. The whole idea behind this dish was we were trying to explore the fundamental building blocks of food. And we thought to ourselves, wow, you have steak and potatoes, such a classic thing to eat. And we wanted to know, what was really at the core of steak and potatoes, right? So, all matter is made of, neutrons and protons and electrons, but what is all food made of? Something like an exploration of what steak and potatoes truly means. It's taking those traditions and then it's making them not like themselves. So not like traditions, more like, under additions or like beginning dishes, so that way we can start anew. So I call this Mendeleev's steak and potatoes. And we wanted to see what were the fundamental building blocks of steak and potatoes, much like Mendeleev decided, he wanted to see the fundamental building blocks of nature, created the periodic table, if you will. This you can think of as, as important as the periodic table, but for the culinary world rather than the scientific world.
already getting a little full. But I do at some point have to give my compliments to the chef. This was by far the best steak I have ever consumed, ever.
What is going on here?
We're making a documentary.
About Alex?
Yeah.
Why? I'm Emily, Alex's sister. Living with Alex is always an adventure. I think now that he's started his show, he's changed a little bit. He's a little bit more forward.
Emily, I swear to God, if you make an egg on a different burner, I will put you on the burner.
But he's great. He's a good brother. And
whoa! Slow, Grayson. We talked about this.
Yes, chef.
I'm gonna put the food in nice and slowly. A little slower. There.
Thank you, chef.
Yeah. Yeah. Just expect better next time. Grayson.
My name's Grayson Arndt. I'm a sous chef for Cooking with Alex.
What's it like cooking with Alex?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's great. I love it. I love every minute of it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. No, Grayson, it's not fucking clean enough. Okay, you gotta make
Sorry,
sure.
chef. Sorry, chef.
You gotta make sure the bottom of the plate too. Don't forget the bottom.
Sorry, chef.
Do you see right there next to the trademark on the plate? Okay, you can't fuck this up. Okay, we're filming the documentary. Okay, it's really important for my career.
Today was just a normal day for us. You know, we came in early. I got in about 3:30 this morning to bake the bread and do some prep cooking. Alex came in a bit later. He was at the marketplace getting some fresh ingredients, as he does every morning. But you know, until he gets in around noon, I'm basically here by myself from 3:30 till noon, and he gets in, and you know, he brings all the ideas with him. I'm just the prep cook, you know.
I think one day he could be a reasonable chef. You know, I think with proper training, with lots of my guidance, and you know, my strict but brilliant insights. But like, I think one day he could like definitely work at like a Denny's or an IHOP and do that really well. Hey, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Are you messing with my food?
No, chef.
How'd this turn out so nice?
It was all you, chef.
Oh, okay, cool.
He has this like amazing ability to just like abstract beauty from really anything that he touches. It's an absolute honor to work with him. What the fuck is he doing?
Also, always liked to play with shape and form. You know, I consider myself a real artist in that way. So we start with a normal egg. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate the yolk from the rest of the egg. We like to give somebody the sense that we know how to cook. And we've decided to make it seem like we don't know how to cook. So this is a deconstructed, reconstructed fried egg. You see, we've deconstructed it and then we separated the egg from the yolk. We cook them separately, and then we put them back together. So it's similar to a fried egg, but it's far more intelligent, far more revolutionary, and far better. Everybody's asking me things like, what's next for Alex Lawson? What's new that's going to be coming out of Lawson's restaurant? You changed the world once, how are you going to change it again? And I really want to play with the relationship that a person has to the food they're eating. How food comes to you and how you interact with the food once it's in front of you. So we're planning a number of very intimate food experiences. It's a tale as old as time, right? Somebody cooks food, they put it on the plate, they give you the plate, you eat it off the plate, and the plate is so impersonal. We're just assembling one of the most revolutionary dishes to ever come out of America or the world or this part of the Milky Way. This is history.
That was the single most amazing experience of my entire life.
Running a restaurant is really about hospitality. It's about treating people like they're important. It's about making them feel welcome. It's about feeding them and comforting them and making them feel at home. And really, it's about showing people that they really matter to us.